You can watch the game, but what if you could do more? Cricket8 is the new way to enjoy cricket. Now you can watch your favourite sport while playing against your mates. Think someone is going to score more than 10 in the next over and your friends don't? Play against them. Cricket8 is the future of watching your favourite sport. Don't just watch the game, play the game at cricket8.com. Welcome to Cricket8 Podcast. Jarrod, Kimber, Rob Barron here. We've got more energy than normal. Well, I do. Rob's sick as a dog, but more energy than usual because we didn't actually have to do a back-to-back. We just did a normal Cuban game. So that was a lot more fun than it normally was. I felt like we barely started. Then the game didn't go that long as well. So we've done very, very well. We'll be back live tomorrow for another watch-along, and then back on Sunday, back on Tuesday. And we might have some more watch-alongs and other things lined up for the future as well. But go and play the Cricket8 trading game, which today, I think we've used a trading game for 2. And I think you won the first one, I've won the second one. But we can't really count out coins because Brooke just keeps flooding our account with tons of coins. So we have actually no idea. I think Rob would slightly be up overall. And it doesn't help that I lost about 250k today by betting on the wrong team at one stage.
Jarrod, I lost 2.1 million coins today.
Yeah, but you were making the correct bet. I did it by betting on the wrong side of the thing I was trying to bet on. Let's just go here. I think the first thing to talk about is the emotional side. RCB fans, Rob, I think have been the most passionate fans since the IPL has started. And their passion has been met with absolute wet blankets time and time again. This time they're in the final. They don't have to worry about anything. They can rest their players. They can do whatever they need to do. It's a huge moment for a franchise. We saw how much they even followed the women's side. You know, they really get behind their team. And their team's mostly been rubbish.
Yeah, and who can begrudge them something to cheer about and look forward to and enjoy. And we talk about RCB every year. And if you followed us or listened to us before this competition, we actually said this time RCB have got a chance. And I've never ever said that before. But they didn't just pick 3 really famous batsmen, put them 1, 2, and 3, and then hope that everything else worked out okay. They actually picked bowlers this year, and they have played with a plan, haven't they? They've had lots of different people chip in and help. They've had Kohli there the whole time, doing Kohli things and being absolutely fine. Hazelwood is an unbelievable addition. They're somehow getting decent stuff out of Boovy still, or all these years on, and they've got guys just chipping in and helping, and they are right now favourites to win the IPL this year.
And just to talk about, so my big issue with their team was that I couldn't see how I like their batting a lot coming into this year. My big issue was their bowling because I couldn't see how they would manufacture wickets. And Josh Hazelwood's he's probably only ever had 3 great years in T20 cricket of taking wickets, and this is one of them. And I'm talking about across competitions, right? It's just not something he does very often. And they've got a lot of wickets out of Krunal Pandya. When you have 2 smart, talented cricketers like those 2 are performing above, look at all the other teams like Kolkata and Sunrisers who are like, if we just had our players playing to their form, not above it, but just to their form, things could be different. So the batting unit has done more or less what I thought it would do, but the bowling unit has gone well beyond that, right? And that's a huge partner, and they've done really well this year.
Yeah. Well done to RCB, because a lot of the teams haven't quite managed to keep the band together and they've lost people. But RCB have had to shuffle the pack. But it doesn't ever look like they've become a different team. They've had guys dropping out of form. Patidar is the one that's coming to my head here, and other guys jumping in and going, "All right, well, I'll do something then." Agarwal did brilliantly well for that game where he just came in from nowhere. They are carrying 1 or 2 players. I'm thinking of Liam Livingstone, but when you've got someone like Suyash who doesn't do much for a lot of games and then suddenly steps up and gets 3 for 8 or whatever he got in the last one, they can go to a lot of places for cricketers. And now they're in the final, and we don't know who they're going to play yet, but they're in the final and they're a really good chance. And it could be one with the way the IPL goes that they don't get another chance for a while, so they've got to take it.
Yeah, this does feel like a year where who knows what will happen next year, as in there's going to be a lot of players moving around, right? And because of that, you might end up with a stacked super team next year, or you might end up with a team who everything comes together for in the right way. So it's going to be very, very different from that point of view. if that's what's going to happen going ahead. Let's just talk about Punjab for a minute. We weren't sure what the wicket was like at the start because the ball was racing to the boundary, but we mentioned on air that we could see the bat sort of sliding around in the hands a little bit. And then we thought there might have been extra bounce in the wicket. Then we thought there was less bounce in the wicket, as it was probably inconsistent. Punjab just playing with cross bats, running down the wickets, trying to be the whack house team. Didn't really work on this surface, did it?
I mean, it really didn't. So we said when they were 4 down, Inglis got out, getting fed up at not hitting every ball for 6 and just tried to whack one that wasn't there to be whacked off Hazelwood, of all people. That are Punjab going to just carry on, or are they going to calm down at all? And we got our answer very quickly. They all got clean bowled, like the next 3 or 4 of them just got bowled. Wadira, Stoinis, Shashank, bowled, because they couldn't get over the fact that they're Punjab, I think, was basically it. And they're like, we could see it from here. So the coaching staff must have seen it from where they were. If you took liberties on that pitch, you were a really, really good chance to get out. And they couldn't change their method. I don't mind that at all. If they've got where they've got, top of the league, absolutely bossing it all season, by whacking everything. And they won a couple of games, Jarrod, where they were 3 down early and they didn't go into their shell. They just carried on mowing and they got themselves out of trouble that way. Shashank's done it for them before. Stoinis has done it for them before. Shreyas has done it for them before. Like, they've got loads of people that can whack them out of trouble. And today the pitch was too difficult to do it, but they did it anyway and they got stuffed. What they can't do now is change their method for the next round and suddenly turn into a team that tries to be 42 for none after the power play, because they'll get stuffed. They've built their team on mayhem. Stick with the mayhem. Hope that it works for you next time. Very much like England, the white ball teams. You can't suddenly decide that you're going to block. You have to accept that you're going to get rolled. And it's not the first time they've been rolled for nothing this season.
Yeah,
it's just last time they got rolled for nothing on this deck, and then they bloody defended it.
So Hawkeye said, I don't know if I like punting a playoff game just because you have another one for free. I don't think they're punting. I actually think they should be doing the same thing in the next game as well.
Totally.
The biggest issue that they would have had is to get into a situation where they start playing different cricket in the playoffs. They should be playing their cricket. The issue today was that wicket, on the face of it, did not look like it was such a bowler-friendly wicket, and they thought they could hit themselves out of it. And I think it also would have been a bit of an issue if we'd seen them try and if we'd seen RCB bat first as well. Like, Phil Salt on that wicket with what was going on against those kinds of bowlers also would have been an issue. We saw what Jamieson did for an over, right? When they got it right, there was certainly something there. So that's what we're really saying. Play your cricket. And I'm with you. I think they should play their cricket again. Who are they going to play in the next game, though, Rob? I don't know. I mean, it's going to be one of the two teams.
I agree with that. It will definitely be one of the two teams. Mumbai are currently 61 to 62% according to the market, and as we always know, there's some tax involved with that.
Jeez, got you out of 2.56.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you got to take that, don't you?
I mean, you do. I'll tell you for why, Joe. Not just because of the obvious tax. Rickleton has been a really good thing for Mumbai this season. He ain't there. Will Jacks has won man of the match twice this season. He ain't there. They have to put players in that haven't played at this sort of level in a really, really big game, and suddenly expecting great things. Bairstow sounds like a good name on paper. He hasn't been very good at the top level of white ball for quite some time now, Bairstow. England have kicked him out. And they didn't want to kick him out. The guy's played 100 test matches. A lot of people think that, perhaps that shouldn't have happened. England weren't keen to get rid of him, but they've seen enough to say he's had enough. They could end up, they don't have Bosch, which I don't think is a big loss, but they could end up having people like Gleeson in. Again, do you think he's going to be 2 for 22 off his 4 overs? Because I bloody don't. So I'm not sure that Mumbai know what their side is. I mean, somebody there will. But from a betting point of view, there's only one team you can be on there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, at 2.56, I've already put a bet on while you've been talking then. In fact, I didn't listen to anything.
They're going to have Asalanka or Bevan Jacobs in as number 5-ish. That's what's going to happen.
So I think that's fair. I still think Mumbai are a big chance, but they're not 1.63. I don't see how they're 1.63 unless Bolt has the ball in his hand. For first over. Then I would change a little bit because I like that. I like the idea of. I think the bet for me, if you're betting on matches tomorrow, is if Gujarat bowl first and Mumbai get a decent total, and then and Mumbai get a decent total. Then when I'm trying to think of the full story here, if it's about evens and you've got 3 overs of Bolt, Chahal, Bolt, or Chahal, Bolt, Chahal, however they want to do it, that actually gives you a really good chance because Gujarat usually don't take the game away in the first 3 overs, right? No, so you shouldn't lose that much money. So there's some good bets available there. You've also got Mumbai for highest first over.
Yeah, so I am not 100% on who is going to open, but I assume that Bairstow just comes in for Rickleton, and that's what they do, right? So Bairstow, for all he is not a slow scoring opening batsman. Like, he will go for it. So I don't see him for Rickleton as being a negative for first over runs. And you've got Rohit who likes to have a go, but the bet is really based on 2 things. One is we've got Bolt or Chahal swinging away. Mumbai have conceded 6 and over across the whole season for the first over, which is as good as anybody this IPL. It's really, really good. And Gujarat, something has changed for them. They don't have Buttler at number 3. And you might think, well, what difference does that make to the first over? It makes a lot of difference because they now, the 2 openers that defer risk more than any other opening pair in the IPL will now have to defer it even more because they don't have a guy averaging 60 at strike rate 170 batting number 3. They're going to have Kusal Mendis flown in to have a go at being Josh Buttler, which is not an easy thing to be, is it?
I've tried.
We know. Yeah, and we know Butler's not playing because he's playing in the ODI in front of my eyes right now, and it'll be.
Well, say that to be fair,
wouldn't it?
The way that people have been playing recently and traveling around, I think Sikandar Raza was actually playing in 2 games at the same time. I haven't checked.
Yeah,
yet, but...
and I think Sikandar Raza is going to open batting for Mumbai tomorrow morning. But
you've got another bet as well, which is Bairstow unders 21.5, which is interesting because he's made some runs in county cricket, completely different format, completely different ball, blah blah blah, but. There is that argument there.
Yeah, so the other thing I think I might have going for me is what if they play on the same deck, Jarrod? What if they play on the same deck tomorrow? In which case, spoiler alert, I'm going to be on unders for everybody. I don't think you can give him 21.5, and I don't think, he has been scoring runs against some quite bad bowlers in the county championship, right? He's been doing absolutely fine. He hasn't got 100 though, and he's played 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 innings. You would expect someone of his class to get one. He played a bit in the South Africa one, didn't he? And he did nothing more than okay, batting number 5 as just sort of slogging at number 5. He's got to open in the IPL against one thing you do get first over, which again goes back to the great first over bet, is you get leaky Siraj bowling at you early. They're going at 8.57 and over for their first over, all because of him. And nobody has, I think one of them has gone for under 6 in the first over. Like, he never bowls a good one first over. So he's got that going for him. But Bairstow, if it's on that pitch, he's going to get bowled, and I'll be backing it. He's going to get cleaned up bowled by a spinner or Prasid. Like, this should actually be, if it's the same deck or anything like it, Rashid Khan becomes a thing again, which he hasn't been all season. And Mumbai, who are you going to as far as spinners go, Jarrod? Like, is Santner going to turn up again? Because it's kind of a lot's on him. So
also, weirdly enough today, and who knows what the wicket's going to be like, I felt like it was a better wicket for wrist spin today than finger spin.
That's fair. So you're what do you think of Santner tomorrow? You don't like him, or you think?
No. I mean, it may not. It's not going to be the same strip anyway. But I'm just throwing that out there as a, from what we've seen at the moment. You'd probably rather your best spinner was a wrist spinner than a finger spinner based on today. May not be. I'd have to have a look at all the data. These wickets seems like they've just like pressed the iPod shuffle down for these wickets a little bit on this one.
Yeah.
Every strip is very different. We've got a great super chat here, Rob, which you can read out.
Hey guys, thanks for the commentary. You're welcome. apologies if you have been asked before, but are you aware there is a Bishop Robert Barron? And while I am no longer a bishop, I was moved to Cardinal some time ago, but I am not, and I'm Googling as
I've just looked him up. The last 5 minutes, I haven't listened to a word you've said about cricket because I've been looking up.
Prelate, is that what it is? Robert Emmett Barron is an American prelate, if that's a word, I've never heard of it before, of the Catholic Church, who served as Bishop of the Diocese of Winona Ryder.
That's how I read it as well. It's Winona Rochester, but I read it the exact way that you read it.
He's an Irishman out of Chicago.
He was the host of Catholicism, a documentary series. He's got a YouTube page, so he basically is you. A few more followers on social media. But are you on his Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Go down to his books for a moment.
Let's have a look. I mean, this is what we're all listening to. Video, television, radio, podcast, books. Bloody hell, he's done some books. I mean,
he wrote a book in 1993, 1996, 1998, 2000, 2002, 2004, 2007, 2008, 2008 again, 2011, 2012, 2014, 2000. What the fuck is going on with this guy? How short are these books, or how many other people are writing about them for him?
Well, he's already stolen the title for the book that I've been working on. This Is My Body, A Call to Eucharistic Revival. So I can no longer write that one. That working title's in the bin.
That's interesting because I thought you might be Come Lord Jesus might be the one.
Well, I mean, we've all read a study of the De Potentia of Thomas Aquinas in the light of the Dogmatic of Paul Tillich, haven't we? We've all read that one.
I just wonder if I know that you're. For those who don't know, Rob loves the Judge, and he's Monsieur Le Judge on Twitter, and he's been talking about trying to brand himself as the judge and all this. I just think he should be the Archbishop, or I don't know, some other Catholic name I don't understand. That I'll have to ask my wife after we record.
Hey, hang on. He's got a load of. We're not moving from this topic for a while. He's got a load of DVDs out as Bishop Robert Barron, including 7 Deadly Sins, 7 Lively Virtues. Now, I think I've seen that one down the years. Catholicism, the new evangel. How do you even say these words? There's loads of Bible stuff going on.
Who would have thought?
I can't recommend him enough.
Do you know what? It would actually be great if just halfway through all of this, he just had like his young children's book, or like, the sci-fi book he'd been working on for years. But yeah, it's very, very Catholic.
Here's something he's got that we should definitely have. 2 things he's got on his Wikipedia page that I want. One is a motto. His is Non Nisi Te Domine, which means nothing but you, Lord. And he's also got a coat of arms. Now, my question to you, Jarrod Kimber, is what does your coat of arms look like, and what would your motto be?
So my family has a motto, which is, I don't know, it's in Latin. Yeah, well, we got our name through an orphanage, but the actual family that I'm related to, the Kimber family, has one, which is, you will break us but never bend us, in Latin. And it's got really, really shitty, like, old English shield. So yeah, if it was me, what would I like? I wonder if I'd like a hamburger in one corner.
Good. Yeah. Wouldn't we all?
I think a hamburger, a laptop, a microphone, and a cricket ball. How's that for my shield?
Very good. Yeah. Okay.
And you will. How about this? You will pick me but never play me. Can I just give you one thing? I know we've gone too far on Bishop Robert Barron here.
Not far enough.
But he's won a lot of awards, including Priest as Bearer of the Mystery.
Wow, that's a cool award.
And I just wonder if you should be judge as Bearer of the Mystery for the rest of your time on Cricket8.
Bearer of the Mystery. Yeah,
you're very much a bearer of the mystery. You're certainly a bear. That's Rob Barron, the bishop, the judge, the archdiocese. I don't know, whatever he is today. The Archduke Ferdinand of Cricket8. I'm Jarrod Kimber. We'll be back again tomorrow. Sunday, you'll have Jack. And we'll be back again on Tuesday as well. But we're going to be doing a live watch along every time and a podcast at the end. Remember to go to cricket8.com and trade. Trade. You can't lose any money. You can only lose friends. And maybe it's a lot of fun. look at the comments when we're doing this. Everyone who's played this trader game has contacted me, even random friends, to be like, this is so much fun. And I can't believe I never did this before. But I am Jarrod Kimber. That is the Bishop. And we'll see you again very soon here on Cricket 8. Think you know bat and ball? Play the first ever social cricket trading game on Cricket 8. You can play for free, acquire virtual coins, and jump right in. In Trader, you can strategically risk coins on live cricket matches across dozens of markets. Sign up now. Don't just watch the game, play the game.